Good morning, Portlandia. Interesting that they have me following the Presidential Search Committee. It's great to be here, and it's great to be at the largest GA in a number of years. There's something about a GA that has really high attendance. We're going to be close to 5,000, I understand, before we're done. That's terrific. Returning to Oregon is always special for me because 20 years ago, I began my own UU journey in Eugene, Oregon, about 2 hours south of here. Hello, Eugene. Be a duck. All right. This is my 6th report as your president, and so very much has happened. I've been thinking about the things that we have done together that I'm most proud of. That scene of a sea of yellow shirts and candles outside of Tent City at Justice GA in Phoenix is a precious memory. I recall how thousands of UUs showed up at the Moral March in North Carolina and the Climate March in New York City. And I remember launching the College of Social Justice with the UU Service Committee. I think of how our staff, your staff, worked thousands of extra hours to imagine and design a headquarters for the 21st century. Do you see a pattern? We are at our best when we work together with other UUs, with our sister congregations, and with other faiths, with organizations that are working for compassion and justice. Together, we're not only more powerful, but together we create new possibilities. In this morning's report, I want to tell you about a small sample of what our association is doing to shape the future. I want you to feel proud of what your association is doing. Your generosity fuels our work, and together we amplify the love and the power of Unitarian Universalism. I'm going to ask a couple of my colleagues in our Leadership Council to tell you about some of the work that they're heading up. But right now, I want to briefly introduce the members of our Leadership Council. First is Harlan Limpert. He's our Chief Operating Officer. He runs the day-to-day operations of the UUA. Harlan is really the wizard behind the curtain at the UUA. Teresa Cooley is our Program and Strategy Officer. Boy, they all have fans. She oversees and coordinates all of our program areas. Sarah Lammert is Director of Ministries and Faith Development. DeQueen Boston leads our Multicultural Growth and Witness staff group. Scott Taylor is Director of Congregational Life. He oversees our field staff all across the country. John Hurley is Head of Communications. He oversees the Public Witness team, UU World, Skinner House Books, and the bookstore. Tim Brennan is our Treasurer and Chief Financial Officer. And he also leads our shareholder advocacy work, which is so important. Mark Steinwinter leads our information technology team. Rob Moll is Head of Human Resources and led the design team for our new headquarters. Mary Catherine Morn leads our Stewardship and Development staff group. And Helen Atwan, who you'll hear from later, she's Director of Beacon Press, was not able to be here this morning. They are an amazing, amazing team. And in addition to getting a flavor of important work, I want you to see how we're doing our best work, because how we do it is as important as the work that is being done. And third, then, I want to share with you what I see as our great challenges and opportunities in the coming years. Let me begin with some of the terrific work that's going on. And one of those is a program in Entrepreneurship Ministry. Look, we all know that we live in times of historic change in our religious institutions. Religious leaders today need to lead change, to innovate, to take risks. Together with the UU Ministers Association, we're partnering with leading business school faculty across the country. And I want to show you a short clip from the first session about 6 months ago at Asilomar. The American religious landscape has probably changed more in the last 10 or 15 years than it did in the previous 200. And we need to find new ways of engaging people who are still spiritually hungry, but are very wary and skeptical about traditional institutions.
The Pew Foundation did a survey and found 600,000 people or so in the US identify as UU, but we only have 150,000 as members in our congregation. So what's going on there? Where's the disconnect? And I think that demands that we experiment with different models.
We need to get out of our churches, out of our chaplaincy institutions like the one I'm in and so on, and get out and innovate in the larger world, because that's where things are happening and that's where the needs are.
The congregation model continues to sustain the hearts of many, many people, but they will not carry us alone. They will not carry us into the future. So this work is vital. It's absolutely vital.
This work, beyond the call, Entrepreneurial Ministry, is the Unitarian Universalist Association and the UU Ministers Association in partnership with professors and lecturers in leading business schools. Project portfolios in hand, a group of mostly UU ministers, along with some United Church of Christ and Jewish clergy, are learning things they don't get in seminary, like innovation and design.
So we wanted to begin this 2-year program in partnership with one of the preeminent schools in kind of the cradle, if you will, of innovation. So the first of our 4 retreats is with Stanford.
2 or 3 core central pivot points where design's build your way forward thing actually, touches earth and makes a difference. And we're going to dive into it in some depth today on your projects.
The first training featured Dave Evans from the Stanford Design School and UCC Minister Nicole LaMarche, who planted a church in the Silicon Valley.
You must develop the art of being clear in the face of uncertainty. So
the Entrepreneurial Ministry program is an opportunity to catalyze all the things that are cooking out there. And I think there's a potential for it to have a transformative impact on our faith and on Unitarian Universalists and on people who are seeking but may not know that what they could be seeking is Unitarian Universalism.
This is just our first meeting. I can't imagine where it's gonna go.
If you're interested in advancing religious values that are progressive in the world, if you are looking for a way to put your financial resources where your values are, if you understand the relationship between leadership and making change in the world, that this is the program that would enable you to achieve all of those things.
Thank you. As I travel around the country, I meet UUs of all ages who are eager to make a difference, hungry for an opportunity to bear witness to another way. Public witness isn't just political action, it's spiritual practice. During the last year, images of police killing unarmed black men has shocked us all. In Ferguson and Baltimore and Cleveland and elsewhere, we continue to raise our voices. I want to ask Taquina Boston, director of our Multicultural Growth and Witness staff team, to talk about our commitment going forward.
At a recent gathering of multi-faith leaders, those leaders grappled with the question, what must we, the multi-faith movement, do to advance racial justice? The UUA surveyed Unitarian Universalists, asking a similar question about our faith's role in advancing racial justice. The consistent response: we must follow the lead of communities of color, those who suffer most from the evils of racism, economically, politically, socially, culturally, bodily, and spiritually. All over the country, Unitarian Universalists are engaging Black Lives Matter, Not One More, and understanding how racial justice is at the heart of the climate justice, economic justice, the new Jim Crow, immigration, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer equity, and reproductive justice movements. In partnership with you, the UUA provides financial and spiritual resources and support with witness, advocacy, and social media. This General Assembly offers substantive opportunities to network and strategize with frontline racial justice leaders to build a new way to beloved community. This fall, the UUA will unite Unitarian Universalist and non-UU organizers and leaders, including Black Lives Matter, to identify our faith's particular role in advancing racial justice. 50 years ago, Unitarian Universalists answered the call to Selma, Alabama, in support of voting rights for African Americans living in the South. We marched, witnessed, organized, and worked in solidarity with communities of color. Today's call of love, faith, and justice is no less urgent. And Unitarian Universalists are again saying, yes, yes, yes.
And say yes to the Moral March on July 13th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Voting rights must be defended, and we must show up. Thank you, Taquina. Because we're at our best when we work together, we need to remove barriers that separate us and make collaboration difficult. It no longer makes sense to have our staff in the field divided into 19 separate districts. In the last few years, we've made tremendous progress in creating one unified national staff. This effort has gone by the name of regionalization. Scott Taylor, our Director of Congregational Life, has been doing heroic work to move this along. Scott, tell us where we are and why you're so passionate about this work.
Thanks, Peter. Regionalization, as Peter said, is one of our UUA's most creative, extensive, and inspiring undertakings. Again, as Peter mentioned, practically speaking, it involves restructuring ourselves from 19 largely independent districts into 5 stronger, more aligned regions. Each region is pursuing this structural streamlining and collaboration in their own unique way, but every single one of them are seeing tremendous gifts. We have reduced administrative and governance redundancies, freed up capacity for more congregational support, and created larger, more flexible, and better integrated field staff teams. But the larger gift is spiritual. From its beginning, regionalization has been about modeling and embodying our theology of interdependence. This is ultimately why the UUA has made it a priority. The larger hope is to inspire and support a similar deepening of relationship between our congregations and our covenanted communities. As we all move together into the ever-increasing challenges of 21st century church life, there is less and less room for the imagined autonomy of the past. Regionalization's great gift to all of us is its invitation to shift from being an association of independent congregations to an association of radically interdependent congregations. This, friends, is the wider journey of which regionalization is a part. It is an exciting journey, even a holy one. Thanks to the many district and associational leaders that have helped us see that and continue to see that clearly.
Thank you, Scott. Something struck me 10 years ago while I was serving as a parish minister in Colorado. As I stood out front greeting people on Sunday morning, I realized that most first-time visitors already recognized me and knew my name. While this was their first physical visit to our congregation, they had been visiting electronically for some time. Our website was our true front door. Not only is your congregation's website your front door, UUA.org is the front door for our movement. Our website is often the gateway to your website. Last year, UUA.org received over 1 million first-time visitors, an increase of almost 10% over the previous year. And in truth, our movement's front door has been needing some sprucing up for some time. This was a huge effort, for our site has something like 20,000 pages on it. We had to rebuild from the foundation up, and I think our staff did a tremendous job. And you've told us that your congregation's websites often need sprucing up also. So we have created a template that congregations can use, and we're unveiling that template at this General Assembly. In addition, we've completely redone UUAworld.org. The site is also mobile friendly. In fact, you can follow a lot of GA stuff on it. One of the important ways we promote our values is our book publishing. Beacon Press continues to be a thought leader in social justice. Beacon has really been on a roll lately. It's increasing the number of books that they publish, and this year's Ware lecturer, the Reverend Dr. Cornell West, is a Beacon author. Last year, Beacon authors spoke at over 500 events across the country. And Skinner House continues to publish wonderful titles on an ever broader number of subjects. Here's a picture of a sample of some of their titles. Check them out at the bookstore, in the exhibit hall, and we've got some great swag there that you need to check out as well. Because of our respect for all religious traditions, Unitarian Universalist ministers are particularly suited to chaplaincy duties, where they're people of many faiths. For many years, we've done this work in hospitals and hospice settings. In recent years, the number of UU ministers serving in the military has grown significantly. Those who served in our armed forces are mostly young people from a wide variety of religious backgrounds who find themselves thrown into immensely stressful situations. We have a few of our military chaplains here today, and I want to thank you for your service. We could show the camera on the... I ask you to please rise. Thank you. Thank you. Our work in this ministry continues to expand. Sarah Lammert, our Director of Ministries and Faith Development, has been voted the chair-elect of the National Conference on Ministry to the Armed Forces. Sarah is the second woman and the first Unitarian Universalist to hold this important position, and it's a great honor. But our ministry to people who serve in the military isn't just the work of military chaplains. We have created resources to help all of our congregations participate in this important ministry. So what makes all of this terrific work possible? You do. Your support makes it happen. All of our work happens because our member congregations support our association through the annual program fund, and together we amplify our power and our voices. A fun way to learn more about your association, meet leaders, and connect with other UUs is to join the APF scavenger hunt throughout the day tomorrow. And you can get the Scavify, I didn't make up the word, Scavify app on your phone. That should be a lot of fun. I said earlier that our best work has come when we create partnerships. Partnerships are not just organizational tactics. Partnerships is how we live out our theology. We are a religious movement who has always believed that when people come together and freely commit themselves to one another and to their highest aspirations, that blessings will abound. We're building relationships on so many levels. Your board of trustees and the administration have formed a true partnership. Clusters of congregations are working together as never before. We're collaborating with advocates for justice, partnering with the service committee, with the UUMA, and building relationships with other faith traditions. And we're doing this not because it's organizationally smart, though it is, but because when we connect with common purpose, we unleash power and we create new opportunities. Love is a relationship, and when love guides us, we seek ways to act together. Now, I want to look at the coming years and some of the challenges that we're going to be facing. We face some awesome challenges and really some historic opportunities, and they go together, of course. 7 years ago, when I was a candidate for president, I talked a lot about the fact that half of our parish ministers were 58 years of age and older, and we were going to be facing a huge turnover. Then the economic crisis hit, and the high number of retirements did not materialize. All that has changed. At this GA Service of the Living Tradition, we will honor a record number of retirees. And if we could show the chart, I want to show you the number of retirees in the last 5 years. That's 34 in 2011, 31 in 2012, 27 in 13, 57 last year, and 66 this year. We suddenly do not have enough interim ministers to fill all the positions in our association. But there's another side. The number of people expressing an interest in UU ministry is rising, and the quality of our new ministers is outstanding. The Quakers have a wonderful saying, "When way closes, way will open." Traditional congregational life faces challenges ranging from a changing culture that is skeptical of traditional religious organizations to a generational changing of the guard in ministry. At the same time, we have a wonderful opportunity, an outpouring of creativity and passion in a variety of emerging groups. Our staff is working closely with them and to nurture their efforts. And your Board of Trustees is changing the very definition of a congregation to accommodate this creativity in our movement. And beyond the challenges we face as a religious movement, we face challenges as human beings living on Earth. The greatest of these is climate change caused by the fuels that we burn to support the way that we live. Environmental justice is the focus of our public witness at this General Assembly, but more importantly, it will shape the very future of humanity. And we are all part of the problem. And we, therefore, must all be part of creating a solution. The Commit to Respond effort is a part of an effort to build a new way. Last year, we passed a business resolution on fossil fuel divestment. Tim Brennan, our treasurer, has worked closely with our investment committees. Our work goes beyond divestment to include climate solution investments and shareholder advocacy. What's going on in this area is very complicated. If you're interested in this, and you ought to be, I urge you to learn the details at the workshop number 237 at 1:15 today. Every time I attend a public witness event, whether it's about immigration or voting rights, anti-racism, environmental justice, or marriage equality, there are other faith leaders there as well. There are Protestants, Jews, Catholics, Muslims, Hindus, and others. And we find that we work together easily. We've moved beyond tolerance to acceptance and even to appreciation. We form strong relationships. But what we never do is reach out together to serve the spiritual needs of millions of religiously homeless people. I'm convinced that the future of liberal religion is interfaith and multi-faith. We have a historic opportunity to work together to create a multi-faith future. I recently hosted a meeting of leaders from the United Church of Christ, the Union for Reform Judaism, the Islamic Circle of North America, Religions for Peace, and the United Religions Initiative to explore how we might collaborate. We're at the very early stages of this work, but I can tell you that we're all committed to doing it. General Assembly next year in Columbus, Ohio, will have a multi-faith focus. This theme is Heartland, where faiths connect. We UUs have an essential leadership role to play helping faiths to connect, because we're multi-faith at our very core. There's so much more that I'd love to tell you about. I actually urge you to check out what your association is doing on our annual report on the web. Your staff is doing important work. And maybe, just maybe, I'm a little biased, but I think that our association right now has the finest staff that it has ever had. And I would like to recognize our staff. Please rise as you are able this morning. This is your staff. Thank you. You, all of you, make the work of our association possible. Together, we are so much stronger, so much more creative. Together, we can face our challenges and seize this historic opportunity that lies before us. And finally, on a personal note, thank you once again for the great privilege of serving as your president. Thank you.
Good morning again.